absolutely love this intro. My favorite music on a Friday is the intro of Virgin Galactic Fridays. Welcome. If you're here for the very first time, make sure to subscribe and like this video. And we are talking about three major topics today. First, about the recovery of space stock, and I think this is one of the best plays for recovery because it lost more than 50% from its highs, and we will definitely see new highs as well. Then we will talk about the stock chart, and finally we will talk about the next big thing. The SpaceShip 3 will make this stock not only a $70 stock, maybe not in end of this month, but in May for sure, after the successful test flight, the power test flight. Stay tuned because you can get in early, maybe for the very last time. I totally agree. The last couple of weeks was a total roller coaster on the stock market, alright? While we now fleshed out a couple of paper hands, now you will see that the diamond hands, the Virgin Galactic diamond hands are actually, maybe the most significant one. Why? As you can see here, we lost from about the 10th of February to the 4th of March about 54% in the stock. Now you can imagine if you are losing more than 50%, and if you just go back to the original price, you will raise 100% gains. Okay, so if you bought somewhere here, you are very lucky because you could get maybe for the last time the very interesting price of 38, 33, 32, 27, and now in the last couple of days we seem to find a bottom at around 24, which was a very painful day obviously, but then we gained since then 19 even percent since then, which is absolutely fantastic. I mean, those are the days that are really paying off as long-term investor because you are not into the stress of buying, selling. And now with a market cap of $7.24 billion, we are in the very undervalued situation, my personal opinion, because this company has so much invested already. They have so great future plans that will be unveiled in the next couple of months. Then we will have the SpaceShip reveal that we will talk in the end of the vlog, and then we will have also the May test flight, the third last test flight, then we will have the rehearsal flight, and then we will have Richard Branson flight. So I'm super excited what's coming up for that. And with that said, let's dive into the stock chart to see how the technical, basis and fundamentals are playing with that nicely as well. So let's have a look. The stock is volatile. I can agree on that, all right? I mean, look at the 52 weeks range from $9 to $62.8, and I think, as discussed, it's a very nice recovery play here. Even when you are just swing trading, I think this is a fantastic opportunity. But we are, or at least I am, a long-term investor, so every week I'm updating you here on the potentials of space. And it didn't look good for the last couple of days because, as you can see here, we broke through the 50 moving average, and just before the 200 moving average, we seem to find a temporary bottom here with the overall stock market, right? So here let us draw a little bit, and now we are going into and you can see here, this is a resistance that was built up once here in beginning of March 2020, then another one here, one in July, and here a little bit as well. So here's a nice point to really find the bottom. If this is really the bottom, I don't know, nobody can tell, but it seems like it's recovered a little bit. Now there will be something interesting, though we are already 4% up into the pre-market here on this Thursday while I'm recording this video. The stock seemed to be in a very oversold situation, so all of these things are pretty great because here happens now something quite interestingly. And what is it? It's because you see here it's a very narrow and bad trend that we went in since about the 11th of February, and now it seems that we are fighting to not only get back into it, but also and not bounce off it and go even lower to test the 200 moving average, but we actually can exceed this trend, and this would be a great opportunity to test the 34, 33 mark. And if we break through that, then the next stop would be maybe somewhere here around 38. And if we break through that, then we could test 45 levels again, which would be absolutely fantastic. I mean, this would be fantastic, and I think this could happen here much earlier than we think. So I think that maybe we could test it here in the end of March with the SpaceShip 3 reveal that we will talk about in a second. But you can see here that we are having very nice setup right now, in my personal opinion. Okay, and if we are also putting in the Bollinger Bands, which is also a very nice indication by having here a look into it, we are on the lower end of the Bollinger Band, which means that, you know, always when we went into the lower end of the Bollinger Band, that we went quite significantly higher after that, you know. So it happened here back in September, it happened here back in November. So you can see here definitely a pattern here also back in June as well of last year. So every time we were close to the lower part of the Bollinger Band, we went into a higher selection. So summarized into the stock chart, I can tell you that I would love to see something like the following when we are drawing a little bit. So I can imagine that we are maybe doing something like that, breaking through that, testing that, maybe bouncing off a little bit, and then going higher here. And then here it will be very important what this resistance will if it will be fought through, or maybe we will bounce off. But I think, you know, with the overall recovering market and FOMO and, you know, stimulus checks, all of these things are actually quite interesting place for the recovery. While you can see here, while I'm drawing this thing, we are almost here in mid of April, so I can even imagine something more significant, like something like here to have it in end of March, to be maybe somewhere close to 50, because then we are just having 1 month left until the test flight. So this area will be very important, and then in May maybe we will see new highs, new all-time highs, guys. I made a tweet just not a long time ago, and make sure to follow me on Twitter and on Instagram. You will see the tags here right now. So I'm super much excited to share always on all the platforms that I'm on my opinions, and it's not only the videos, but also, you know, all of the platforms that are communicating with you guys on daily basis. It's just what I really love. But let's dive into the SpaceShip 3 reveal. So if I personally looking what is in the future of Virgin Galactic, I love to use my crystal ball, okay? And if you are looking into the crystal ball, you can see actually a brand new spaceship. It will be the SpaceShip 3. And why it's so important? First, it's an important milestone because we are talking about this a couple of months now in the earnings report, that, you know, they were almost finished in Q3, and in Q4 they said, you know, we are revealing it into the end of March. And this is just giving us two things. First, that they are making really great progress, right? This is number one. Second, you need to understand that they are really hardworking, but this is the next step for growth. As more of these they have, as better for us long-term investors, because this just will give us more of conviction that this company is for real and they are working very hard. And there's two more things that I want to show you guys. First, I think that this will be a nice catalyst for the stock itself, because, you know, as there's not like continuous news, but there's like news events. Exactly this kind of events can trigger more buying into space and new investors, and, you know, those stimulus checks, all of this money can go into space, and this will give us maybe the numbers back that we are really like, which is, for example, you know, a $60 mark on the share or a $70 mark even. But I think, you know, with the new spaceship, we can expect over the whole summer lots and lots of test flight, okay? Because glide flights will be the first thing. In the glide flights, they will check the aerodynamic of the airplane. Actually, it's not the airplane, it's a spaceship, so excuse me here. You will see that this glide flights can be done more frequently, and what will give this to us? More news, more footage, new marketing. So I really like this, because the beginnings of a new spaceship is always this brand new era where we see Virgin Galactic is going, okay? So obviously it will be improved on so many things. All the experiences from the Spaceship 2 will go into the Spaceship 3, and I just cannot wait to see all the facts and features and everything that they will surprise us with. So stay tuned, I will be definitely live. And guys, this video has no sponsor, so check out the x10masterclass.com. This is my first personal online course for how to trade stocks, you know, what you need to look for, my whole experience. You know, I lost so much money on the stock market and I gained much more after that, because I just figured out this, you know, technique to find X10 stocks, stocks that have a great management, great product, and how I will find them. And there's a big extra, guys, okay? In just a couple of days, I will launch the Virgin Galactic case study. So everybody who's already bought in for the original price that is now will get this for free. And after the Virgin Galactic Masterclass add-on, okay, the case study is added to the online course, it will be a little bit more expensive. So you have now the chance to get in cheap. Thank you very much and stay tuned. Your Captain Wolf of Dubai.